Hello. Welcome. You have arrived at Conscious Dream Academy show. My name is Celia, and I'm going to tell a story. It is story time. I went on a hot springs wellness vacation, and before I went, I had a dream that I was at the hot springs resort. There's all these different pools. And a woman comes up to me and says, well, I had this whole dream, and then at the end, I'm at the springs in the water. And the woman comes up to me and gives me a message. And in the dream, I don't remember the message. But then at the end, I'm like, I'm still there. And I think, when you're like at a place and you think, maybe I should leave. Like maybe, I'm not going to like find anything exciting here. I should just go home. It was that kind of feeling. And the lady kind of just read my mind, and she's like, you can go now. And I was like, you think that's good? That's a good idea? And she's like, yeah, you're not missing anything here. Go ahead. And then I wake up out of the dream. So then in waking life, I go on this wellness vacation, and I'm at the place, and it's just such a wonderful time. I really underestimated the healing power of the hot springs experience. And I was really in the flow of synchronicity and just having like compared to being in the vibration of Las Vegas, being at this place was really, really special. And people kept telling me how healing it is. And I was like, oh, okay. Anyways, I'm in the flow of synchronicity. I'm having like just every encounter is just like teaching me something or actually really entertaining. And I have a moment a couple days into the trip, sitting in a pool by myself. And I just have the memory of that dream where the woman came into the pool and gave me the message. And I just thought, everything was just really like I said, the synchronicities were flowing so much. I just like had a knowing that it was going to happen. And when I remembered that was going to happen, or I remembered the dream, and I had the thought to myself, I wonder when she's going to show up. And then within minutes, this old man walked his wife up to the pool, and then she like got into the pool, and she was across from me. And I was like, that's her. And she didn't wait long before she came over to me and started talking to me. And she said, normally I don't talk to people when I go in these pools, because a lot of people are there. There's like 25 plus pools. They're there doing meditation and having like a solitude experience, healing experience. Other people are there, they're like drinking and socializing and chatting it up. But a lot of people are, it just depends what you're there for. She said, I never talk to people, but I could feel your energy from across the pool. And then we quickly end up in the conversation of, she says that she was a massage therapist, and then goes into saying she's a healer and worked extensively with Qigong, if that's how you say it, pretty sure. Qigong, and other healing like practices, like what they do with acupuncture and talking about like the meridians and the energy centers, not just the chakras. And she just showed up and just started teaching me, and then did a demonstration on me, and was like, oh my gosh, I just felt that. And was doing different energy movements to my body to open up any blocked channels. And I could feel what she was doing very strongly. And, she wasn't touching me, but she was touching my energy and moving my energy. And just, when you have like a first experience with any kind of energy experience, like whether it's you can feel a certain chakra open up, or there's countless ways, but it's just like really exciting. Like it's a first. And this was a first with what she was doing. And she says, your chi, your prana, which is your life force. She's like, it's very strong. And she's like, I could feel it all the way out here. And I could feel it too, which I hadn't been able to feel it in that way. So that was super magical. And she said that you're probably a healer. And I said, cool. Okay. I definitely have dreams where there's like energy coming off my hands and all kinds of different energy experiences in dreams. But it was like she came in, she opened something up for me. Like I had, basically, if you're in a situation and you feel yourself like kind of triggered, like you pull, like I was telling her, because she had an accident similar to me where she overcame she had like a whole bunch of surgeries. She had to have a bunch of broken bones, and she had a whole healing journey. And so I was telling her how in the last few years I spent a lot of time by myself because of the sensitivities with having the concussion, and the neck injury, and everything that goes along with that. Sensitivity to even hearing people talk, sounds, lights, dizziness, movement, anything that involves your brain, which is everything, you name it. So it's more comfortable to be left alone. You have more control of your environment. You can rest. It's just much more peaceful and easy on your senses, on your sensory system, on your nervous system. But as I make progress and I can tolerate more being around people more, I said, I still feel really sensitive. And so she said, so do I. And she's like 100 years old and still feels that way. So I'm like, oh gosh. And so she was teaching me how the really basic gist is if something is like offending your system, and you're like, it was basically, the advice was breathe, say, I'm okay, you're okay, and then feel your energy pull back to yourself. And because ultimately we have so much power over our experience and our health if we can adjust our thoughts and how our energy is flowing. And that's a whole thing. Like that's a whole journey to figure out. Like I can just tell you right now in one sentence how to figure that out. Everyone has their own journey. But once you're open to it, the path is revealed. I really believe that. And it's kind of like, feels like an adventure, like a choose your own adventure, because there's so many different healing modalities. It's more like learning to check in with your intuition and see which one feels right. And so many things can help you, but you have to include the power of belief that it's possible. I mean, you have to really, really, like I used to tell my one friend I talked to a lot during early recovery and mid recovery, and even now is like, I was like, because she's in the same boat, and I would just be like, I'm just lie to myself constantly, like I'm 100% going to get better. This is definitely going to work out for me. Like you just say things that you have no way of knowing, but when you start to talk that way, doors open, and and really, truly miracles happen. So a lot of people are never going to get to the point where they have that experience. But if you're desperate enough, like there is a way. There is a way through a lot of, a whole lot of issues that people are currently stuck on. And that is amazing. So, and if you had told me that 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't even have heard you, because I wasn't at functioning from a vibration where I was taking in that kind of information. So, so this lady from the dreams, I had the thought, she showed up, she gave me the message. Not only did she give me a really, really amazing message on how to be in society and then protect my energy, and to learn how to feel when my energy channels are open and flowing, because she said when you get triggered like that, they shut down, and then your energy is not flowing, and then like there's issues. So it was so amazing to just get that like little mini lesson, but so profound. And then the fact that I could feel the energy like come off of my hands, I was like, that's so cool. And I want to learn how to do that, but I don't really know how yet. But it's one of those things like social proof. Like, this is an experience I definitely had, and so this is a real thing. So then she says, I have to go now. My husband is waiting for me. And I say, oh, okay. And then she says, all right, I'll see you later, probably in a dream. And I say, okay, sounds good. Like and I even told her, I said, I saw you in my dream a few nights ago and you gave me a message. And so then that's when she gave me that whole message. And it was like, so perfect. Like, doesn't sound real, but it's real. And it was just so perfect, so divine. And then she leaves, and I think about the dream, and I go, after she gave me the message, she said, you can go now. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, I should leave this pool right now. But I was cozy, and I was like, yeah, but why? Why would I need to leave this pool right now? But like minutes later, this man gets into the pool, and I end up talking with him, and it's like he's very respectfully hitting on me, but the conversation was just like very vanilla for me. But I couldn't get myself to like go away, because I didn't, like, I was hanging out by myself. So I was like, I'll just go to another pool just randomly, just to run away from this like harmless vanilla person, So I stayed way too long talking to this person, and in my head I was like, the dream told me, walk away or you're going to be like stuck here. Like, you don't need to be here anymore. And I didn't listen. So intuition can be your best friend, but it's a two-way thing. Like, you need to practice following it. So that's my story about the prophetic dream of the lady bringing the message, and then the lady coming through in this waking life, giving a message that was so epically helpful. And I believe what she did energetically when she opened up the channels, the rest of the trip, I was there for several more days, was so incredibly magical, and so many synchronicities. It was amazing. And I think because she shifted my energy even into a better alignment, it just helped the rest of the trip be even that much better. And I can't really, reveal everything all the time, But I basically feel, or I know, like just that experience alone opened up my spiritual gifts and abilities. And I love the way the universe reveals your gifts. I guess I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it's really subtle. It's like, okay, we're going to show you this one thing when in a way that's like comfortable. And so you're not like getting alarmed by, oh, suddenly this happened. It's like, hey, you're ready. We're going to show you this. So when you stay the path, and guys, there are so many distractions in this external world, so many possibilities of distractions. You could just be alone in your house with your phone. That's the only distraction that you need. You know, there could be a ton of things going on, or it could just be you and your phone. And when you go down the sinkhole, the rabbit hole of your phone, you're disconnected from yourself. It's like pulling your awareness out, or like it's just really shutting down your connection to yourself. And so my breakthroughs are certainly not when I'm on my phone. In fact, being on my phone is a total it's like a waste of time. And yeah, if that's what you truly love, like keep doing it. But I would challenge you to take a way bigger break from your phone than you ever have before. And like let that be normal. And then it creates so much more space for the divine experiences. Because reading, 500 memes about the same thing, whatever it is you're interested in, like that's cool, but that's not an experience. You're not creating anything when you just like excessively do that. That's all I want to talk about for now. I just wanted to share another story on how dreams are magical, and everyone, seriously, everyone should pay attention to their dreams and be just like me. And I should live in a reality where everyone is just like me. Just kidding. That sounds super creepy. I take it back, because if I wake up tomorrow and that happens, I'll be like, what is happening? And also a reminder, your words are very, very powerful. Like, I have experiences all the time. If I think of something, then that person that I haven't talked to in 100 years, but 20 years will find me on an app that, some random app, and say, hey. And it's like the power of your thoughts, the power of your words. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. It's everything. So, thanks for listening to my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right. Mwah.